Welcome to the New Year's Eve festivities here on 2K Sports. We're ready to bring the year to a close in style. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. DiVincenzo and Edwards are the backcourt. Randall and Gobert are in the middle. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward. And for Atlanta, Daniels and Risache out on the perimeter. Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. And it's Young in at the point guard position. Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. With the new year approaching, so is the trade deadline, Grant.
Yeah, it's sooner than you think, too, B.A. Some teams will have a new look in the new year. And, of course, that's just the business of basketball, as they say.
Now here's Randall, coming off a solid outing against Chicago. DiVincenzo against Young. 6 to shoot. Here's Randall. Good on the 13-footer.
Well, in addition to his low post scoring, Randall is also dangerous from the mid-range. Nice looking, Jay, there.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I did have a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder. Coach and I talked about the difficulties playing against Anthony Edwards. He said, quote, usually you worry about his offense, but he's shown the last few years that he's a lockdown defender when he wants to be. That's something that we'll need to factor into our game plan. Ant's defense is now a concern for coaches as well. Back to you guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Young. He has a clear impact on this offense, putting up over 19 a game.
Well, this offense has some serious firepower when Young's making moves off the dribble.
And just over a minute played here to start the game. DiVincenzo with it. Coming off a 12-point game. Pass to Randall. Shoots over Johnson, and the 10-footer finds the target. Randall's got his second basket of the game.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And Atlanta has possession. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. Back to Young. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots a fadeaway. Okongwu, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And offensive rebounding, one of Rudy Gobert's specialties, Grant.
Yeah, in some games, over half his points come from second-chance opportunities. And you know, B.A., even when you block him out, he can reach right over you and get that board.
For Atlanta, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Young, the pass to Johnson. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You take a look at the Hawks, slogging along so far, sitting at 10th place in the conference.
Checking out Atlanta, I really think they've been hit and miss thus far. I mean, they are a playoff-level team, but are they championship level? Probably not.
Yeah, and that's not a knock on them. This is where most people expected them to be. They just don't have the talent to be up there with the contenders.
Now here's DiVincenzo. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. Here's Gobert. Out to DiVincenzo. Tries it from 19. The rebound by the Hawks.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Now here's Johnson. So versatile on offense, averaging around 23.5 points per contest.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving it.
Here's Randall. Outside Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Daniels. Edwards finds Gobert. Rebounded by Daniels. Hawks trail by 5. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
The 3 from Risache. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to DiVincenzo. And the ball out of play. The Hawks will have it. All right, a chance to check out stats for Anthony Edwards.
And he's having issues at the free throw line at the moment. In the past 10 games, his touch hasn't been the same as it was before. He'll be trying to correct that tonight.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Atlanta making some changes. Gay's checked in for Okongwu. Newell comes in for Johnson. And it's Alexander Walker in for Risache. And then for Minnesota, Naz Reid's checked in for Julius Randle. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. Here's Young. He has a clear impact on this offense, putting up over 19 a game. Down low. Here's Gay. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, that's Trae Young's strength, working that pick and roll to perfection.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the first. Outside Edwards. And there's a pick. Outside Reid. Takes a three. Gets the three ball to go.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
A minute 37 left to play in the first quarter. Well, Grant, we've heard Anthony Edwards talk about trusting his teammates. He understands you need everybody.
Yeah, a lot falls on his shoulders offensively with this team, BA. So those playmaking decisions in the moment are a lot easier said than done.
Just one of many things Reid contributes on the floor. His ability to save plays by just being in the right place.
Young looking over the floor. The three is up. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
So the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Conley against Young. Reid, a screen on Daniels. Pass to Reid. From downtown, sinks the tray. Reid's got 8.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
44 seconds left now in the first quarter. Here's Young. And he gets it to go.
Overall this quarter, he's getting good looks, and he's taking advantage. .36 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Conley, and it's off the back of the rim. No good. Hawks trail by 6. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Now here's Conley, covered by Alexander Walker. And there's Conley. That one's good. And the assist by McDaniels.
You see the poise from the veteran Conley, showing no fear attacking the defense inside.
Young from long range, sinks it from distance. He's got 10. Here's Edwards. Naz Reid has been on display for the Timberwolves. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. More 2K action in just a moment. Let's get you back to the action on the floor as the New Year's Eve festivities continue. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
Johnson is out there with Newell. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Gay in at the 5, down low. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Now here's Clark. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Conley looking for an opening. Up top, Reid. 33 points last game. Just 2 to shoot. A slam dunk by Reid.
That's what Reid brings to the table. He's got an impressive combination of strength and mobility.
Hawks trail by 7. When it comes to Randall, he's had doubters over the years, Stan, but his talent's undeniable.
Yeah, B.A., look, there's no questioning Randall's ability to score and rebound down low. And his post-passing gets overlooked sometimes, too.
Drains the triple.
Good decision-making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. The Hawks star Trae Young and Coach Quinn Snyder are both very close. Young said that's the type of relationship we have. It's not forced, it's just genuine. We both want to see each other succeed, and we know we need each other and everybody else around us. Brian, back over to you.
A good partnership. Thanks much for the report, Allie.
Well, terrific timing and placement with the bounce pass there.
And here's Conley, averaging around 5 points a game. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Well, most NBA teams run their offense through their star player. But, Grant, that can leave the team vulnerable when that player has an off night.
You know, in a strange way, it's almost better if your star is out of the game. I know that sounds weird, but those complementary players get increased opportunities and are emboldened to do more.
Edwards, he's checked in for Minnesota. Here's Reed. He's got 10. To the middle. Here's Clark. And he buries his first look.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's Young. He's got 10. Outside, Alexander Walker. Johnson inside. Check by Randall. The shot by Johnson, no good. Minnesota leading by 4. Now here's Conley. Pass to Edwards. Here's Randall, covered by Johnson. Left block, shot on the way. Off the left rim and out. The Hawks have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Young. Fearless Trae Young.
One of the elite scorers in this league. Trae Young with another big night. He is relentless.
And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. First chance of the season for them to go up against Atlanta.
These teams were similar last year, both in how they treated this head-to-head matchup and where they finished in the standings.
Well, in terms of where they sit in the league, these teams are both in the middle of the pack, but both are looking to take the next step.
Will stand a move by the Hawks to diversify their offense with more cutting and ball movement.
Well, it's made the Hawks tougher to defend and keeps all 5 guys engaged. As prolific as Trae Young is, it's too much to have him do it all by himself.
Now here's Reed. He's got 10. Rebounded by Johnson. Kennard on the wing. Outside Johnson. Outside Young. Clock at 6. The 3. Randall pulls down the board.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Hawks trail by 5. Pass to Alexander Walker. Let's go with a 3. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Randall from deep. Conley. No rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Well, this is certainly not the game he was hoping for offensively, but they've been able to find points as a team even without his contributions.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
The Timberwolves lead by 3. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. So both teams making some changes here. As always, things getting interesting in the West. A look at the standings. You take a look at the Timberwolves. They're in 5th place, right in the middle of the conference. Still time to improve that positioning.
seeing where the Timberwolves are, they've looked rock solid this season. They just need to stay on target and prepare for the postseason.
Well, look, they've performed to expectations, but I think this team could take it to another level if they get rolling.
Now here's Reed. 10 points for him. Shot clock at 6, and out of bounds. Atlanta will have it. And the upcoming schedule for the Minnesota Timberwolves. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Bam Adebayo and the Miami Heat. And then on Sunday, they're off to Washington to face off with the Wizards.
And for that game against Miami, you'd be hard-pressed to find a more even pairing in the league. That one promises to be a really closely fought battle.
Now here's Risache. No made baskets yet. Young misses.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
It's McDaniels on the wing. Risache covering. Back to Gobert. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. It's on Onyeka Okongwu. Stan, Rudy Gobert. He can be a double-double machine, but his real importance is on the defensive end.
Yeah, he's been named Defensive Player of the Year 4 times, which is tied for the most in NBA history, B.A., and he's been the anchor of multiple top-ranked defenses throughout his career.
Stan, a recent development in Anthony Edwards' game, his three-point shooting.
Yeah, Brian, he led the league in threes attempted last year and shot it at a good percentage, too. He's such a good driver. Taking lots of threes will open things up for him.
Now here's Young. He's got 12. 23 seconds left in the second quarter. And that bucket makes him 6 for 10 in the contest.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
With a step back, getting it done inside. Edwards.
Where doesn't Edwards score from? Even in the mid-range, he makes shots.
Now Young. Up in time. Buzzer, he got it off in time.
That is an incredible shot.
Oh, what a miraculous shot. He's going to remember that one.
Well, that's an energizer boost heading into the next quarter. You know he's got to be fired up.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Timberwolves ahead, up 2. And Allie LaForce has something for us on the sidelines. Hey, Allie.
Coach Quinn Snyder with us now, and Coach, a bit of a lull for this team scoring the ball. Why?
And it had nothing to do with anything other than us being aggressive. We're like walking the ball up the court, and whoever's got it, we've got to attack.
At least effort is something you can control. Thank you, Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Thanks for tuning in. The story tonight with the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're in a close game.
They're playing with the team-first attitude, making that extra pass. Shaq, that could have been you.
You need to check your receipts, sir. Over 3,000 career assists. Apology accepted.
And time for a look here at how the West is shaping up as we continue to work our way through this season.
You know, right now for Minnesota, this hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for. They've let a number of winnable games slip away, but do not sleep on them. Oh, sorry about that. They have the talent to kick it into high gear and right down the stretch.
Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. We're seeing a tremendous game from Trae Young.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Here's Young. On the court for the Timberwolves. Randall and Gobert are in the middle. Edwards is the 2, McDaniels the 3. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. Young misses. And so Randall will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 2-point game. They get it back. Goes back up. And McDaniels with the layup.
A smart idea from McDaniels, looking to convert inside.
Young with it. On the wing, Risache. Daniels outside. Back to Risache. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Johnson.
Oh my God!
I can't believe he just did that!
Wow! Well, you can't teach the athleticism displayed there by Johnson.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? And Minnesota with possession here. The lead is 2. And Grant, this defense of the Timberwolves, one of the league's stingiest.
Well, if you look up and down their lineup, not many weak links for opponents to target. And then, of course, you've got 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert, on that back line. BA, they're tough.
Emphatic finish by Randall. I love when he's forceful around the hoop.
The Hawks shooting about 48% from the floor. Pretty good. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Trae Young is learning to become more of a threat when he's off the ball. He said at every level there's a different type of game. Now, knowing the NBA game, I'm more patient, understanding how the game is, how to control it from the beginning to the end, and how you need to win. Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. 2 points. That one goes.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Okongwu, a screen on DiVincenzo. Young finds Okongwu. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
DiVincenzo can't hit.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Young. Showing off his agility and touch inside. Trae Young.
I mean, look, Trae Young is getting whatever he wants. Just keep getting him the ball.
The Timberwolves lead by 4. Outside Edwards. For 3, Randall. The kick out to Edwards. Second chance shot, and the shot goes in. And it's 7 points for Anthony Edwards.
Ooh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
The Hawks have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Johnson on the wing. Pass to Okongwu. Daniels outside. Oh, from deep. That shot off the mark. Minnesota's got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Shoots from the line. McDaniels can't hit. Hawks trail by 6. Out to the wing. Here's Okongwu. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 9 rebounds now. Randall against Johnson. From 13, Randall, good. Randall's got 13 now.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Hawks. Conley's checked in for the Timberwolves. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Young against Conley. Young, the pass to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Yeah, plenty of power behind that move from Johnson.
Minnesota leading by 6. Outside Edwards. Randall outside for three. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
1 this half, 2 for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc.
There's 1:54 left in the third quarter. Everyone talks about Jaden McDaniels' defense, and for good reason, Stan.
Well, BA, one way to get a lot of playing time is to be the best at something. McDaniels is a total lockdown defender on the wing. He can guard anybody.
And it's Randall with the jam.
Clearly, Randall is locked in. Every trip down, he's attacking the defense and finding ways to beat them.
The Hawks have gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. Johnson a screen on Conley to the paint. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. The Timberwolves have gotten 7 of their first 11 attempts to go in this half. Randall, good. Randall's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
1 minute left in the third quarter. Conley against Young. Pass to Johnson. Rebound Minnesota.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
For 3, Randall. Rebounded by Daniels. Daniels has got his 4th rebound in this one. And here's Alexander Walker. Outside Young. Fires from deep. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 11. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here. So Edwards will go to the free throw line. Nickeil Alexander-Walker picks one up. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
Pass to Clark from behind the arc. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Conley's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Alexander Walker. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's Minnesota in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. We'll be right back. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Jalen Johnson is out there with Noel. Then it's Luke Kennard, and it's Gabe in at the center position. So that's the Hawks 5. Now here's Kennard. Knocks it down from distance.
Well, he's maybe the last guy you want to give up the corner to. Kennard is lethal from deep.
Pass to Randall. Shoots over Noel. Rebounded by Johnson. Hawks trail by 13. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Kennard for 3. Pure from 3-point range. Kennard's got 6 here in the quarter.
And Kennard's teammates and coaches encourage him to take these quick shots because they know how effective he is.
Here's Dillingham. Pass to Randall. Here's Reed. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Now here's Kennard. Takes the three, and Atlanta hits again from deep.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And the Hawks making a change here. Young's checked in. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Edwards is checked in. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Now here's Edwards. Randall outside. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Randall's got 22.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Kennard for 3. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And here's Dillingham from the arc. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Right side Young. There's the 3. And Kennard with the 3. And now just a 5-point Minnesota lead.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
And here's Edwards outside. The rebound by the Hawks.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Outside, Young. Kennard for 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Kennard's got 18 points now here in the second half. Inside. Here's Shannon. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Timberwolves lead by 4. Third minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Young outside. Kennard right side. It's money from deep.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Atlanta making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Gay, and Dyson Daniels subbed in for Alexander Walker. And then for Minnesota, Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Shannon, and it's DiVincenzo in for Dillingham. And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. At one point, they led by 16. Here's Edwards. Now McDaniels takes a 3. Oh, it doesn't go. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. To take the lead. Oh, it doesn't go. The Timberwolves have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. DiVincenzo flushes it down with both hands.
Wow, that was a big make from DiVincenzo.
Hawks trail by 3. Here's Daniels to tie it up. Money from 3.
Well, they knew who to go to when they had to get a bucket, and Kennard was ready to deliver.
The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. Edwards, the drive. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
Well, if it's a big spot, Edwards wants the ball, wants the attention. You need that in a leader.
Johnson outside. Now Okongwu. To take the lead. And again for 3.
He's got this defense scrambling. Even when they've got 2 guys on him, he finds a way to get to space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. And Atlanta's shooting has been good, around 52% from the field. Kennard outside, picked up by Kongu from downtown. Connects again from distance.
And he's now set the team record for most threes in a single game. What a shot he's got.
A lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure the next one's going in.
Well, you can't sleep on McDaniel's athleticism if you're the defense. At 6'9", he can absolutely hammer it up.
Now here's Young. Kennard outside. Beyond the arc. Yes, sir, with the three.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Inside, you have to try something to stop Randall. But he gets physical right back and draws a good shooting foul.
Shoot two.
Good on the first, and that brings him within 2 here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Well, make no mistake, this is exactly who they want at the line in this situation.
Good! Another from 3.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for second in most threes in a game.
Now it's a 4-way tie between himself, Curry, Zach LaVine, and Damian Lillard.
And an intentional foul right there. And that's an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that puts him up 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Good job converting at the line and helping to build this lead.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Edwards. Oh, can't hit the jumper. And now we've got an intentional foul.
At the line for your Hawks, Jalen Johnson. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's an 8-point ball game. And it's Edwards with the ball for the T-Wolves. DiVincenzo fires. Oh, no good. The dry spell continues. Randall against Young. Oh, no good. So it's Atlanta picking up the win. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Trey, in order to come back from that double-digit deficit, what did you have to focus on?
Well, I mean, this is the NBA. It's a long game, and Coach is just telling us to keep fighting, keep pushing, and shots we're going to start falling, and we stuck to the plan that he gave us in the pregame.
It was a great team effort. Thanks, Trey.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Luke Kennard.